Good morning, good morning, good morning. I see Michelle on the show this morning. Hey Michelle, how's it going? I can see Dave on the show this morning. Who else am I seeing? I'm seeing Leonardo Costa. Hey Leonardo, how are you? I think you're possibly new to the show, so let me know if you're new by typing newbie in the chat, and also let me know where in the world you are, my friend. This morning on the Self-Made Wealth Show, I'm losing track of what episode this is. I think this is episode number 16 or 17. I'm from Exuma in the Bahamas, Leonardo. Originally, though, I'm from the UK, but I relocated to Exuma in the Bahamas. So this morning on the Self-Made Wealth Show, we're going to talk about something a little bit weird. We're going to talk about how country music can make you bigger commissions. And you may be wondering, what is today's show involving? Oh, nice, you're from Salvador in Brazil. Well, welcome to the show. Great to have you on. I promise you, if you stick around this morning, I'm going to share with you some secrets on how I use country music and other kind of weird music genres to make more commissions. So let me carry on giving you the tour of the office real quick while other people get on this scope. I see Ron, I see Curtis, Michelle, Dave. How's it going, guys, this morning? And by the way, some things, if you are new to the show, if you just turned up on the show this morning and you're not already following me, then be sure to press the follow button, so you can tune in daily for the value on the show. And also, if you feel that you have any followers on Twitter and Facebook who would like to make more commissions the simple way, if you've got any followers on Twitter you feel would like to make more commissions the smart and simple way, then press the share button and invite them to the show. So I see a few more people coming on. Hey Anthony, how's it going? I don't think I've seen you on the show before. If that's the case, just tap newbie in the chat and let me know where in the world you're from, my friend. This morning on the Self-Made Wealth Show, we're going to talk about how country music can make you bigger commissions. I promise you, I'm being really serious here. This is not a joke. I am deadly serious, and this will all begin making sense in a minute. So, by the way, guys, show the love. Tap the screen, give me some hearts. Let's get this Periscope channel boosted up so we can get this value out to more people in the world. Okay, let me position this screen. Oh, by the way, let me ask you, who likes the view this morning? Who thinks this is a nice view? Who thinks the view is lovely? Because if you do, I'm going to show you today how you can basically take your business and work from anywhere in the world using what I share with you on today's show. I'm gonna dive in deep this morning. By the way, who would like to know this morning some of my best, most tightly kept secrets on email marketing? Who would like to know how I use email marketing to get 2, 3, 4 plus signups per day in my business? Who would like some secrets on that? Because that's kind of what this show is all about this morning too. And I've only got 35 minutes because I've got to go to the store and do some shopping. So I'm going to position this camera right now and flip this screen around. Let's flip the screen. Okay, let's get this camera positioned. One more time, let's check who we got on now, and then we're going to dive right into this. Dave, Michelle, Curtis, Ron, I saw a few others too. Okay, let's get into it then. So, you may be thinking at this stage, how can country music make me bigger commissions? Well, I'm gonna tell you how, but this morning, I was thinking about a song, right? Let me get this damn camera right. Okay, I was thinking about a song this morning, and it was a song called Lay Lady Lay. Now, when I was about 10 years old, I was riding along at the back of the car, my brother-in-law and sister were in the front, and suddenly he pulls out this tape and he jams it into the cassette player. It was cassette players back then. Remember when you had to put the tape in and occasionally the cassette player would eat the tape inside of the cassette, and then you would have to get a pencil or your finger and try and wind the tape back in. Do you remember those days, and how annoying it was when the cassette player chewed up your favourite freaking tape? Man, those days were funny. But suddenly he puts this cassette in the cassette player, and this song comes on like nothing I've ever heard before. This husky voice that I'd never recognised, that even as a 10-year-old made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. And the song was Lay Lady Lay by Bob Dylan. And I remember as a 10-year-old listening to this song, and I didn't really fully understand what the song was going on about, but something about the song pulled me in, captivated me, and even to this day when I think about that song, it stirs up nostalgic, happy childhood memories, and Bob Dylan's music to this day still captivates me. The difference is now, from when I was a 10-year-old child, I now understand why Bob Dylan's music captivates me. I now understand what it is about Bob Dylan and country music and other music genres that captivate me. Anybody want to take a stab in the dark as to what it is that I find so captivating about that type of music, and basically what it is that millions worldwide find captivating about music in general? Take a stab in the dark. Take a stab in the dark for me. Let me know. Type in the chat. You know, you guys can't get away with being on my show and just sitting there and hiding. I like lots of interaction. You know, listening to my voice for 40 minutes isn't the way you're going to get the most out of the show. You're going to get the most out by participating, by interacting, by hearing me, by seeing me on the screen, but by also getting into dialogue with me, and that's the beauty of Periscope. So take a wild stab in the dark. Curtis, Michelle, Dave, any ideas as to why country music and music in general is so captivating, but especially country music by people like Bob Dylan? No? Nobody out there this morning? Come on, guys, wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on. Who's there? Man, you've been a tough crowd this morning. You've been a tough crowd. That's not like you guys. You've been a very, very tough crowd this morning. Okay, I'm going to continue because, as I say, at certain... Oh, here we go. Michelle's awake. Very detailed lyrics aren't like most other types of music. Okay, there we go. I can work off that. Somebody's alive. That's great. So yeah, very detailed lyrics. That's one thing. But there's something about those lyrics, right? Not just the detail, but it's a fact that they tell a story. They tell a story. That's where the power is. That's why I was so engaged. Yeah, exactly, Dave. Storytelling. The best lyricists in the world tell stories, tell great stories. And the best email marketers in the world have mastered the art of storytelling. That's why on this morning show, I started off with telling you, as a 10-year-old kid, I was riding along in the car with my brother-in-law and sister in the front. He jams a tape cassette into the cassette player, and this husky voice comes on. That's why I went into a story, because stories pull you into whatever you're listening to or reading. Is this making sense so far this morning? So if you want to make a lot more money in your business, then I highly recommend that you get good at telling stories. And one of the best ways at getting good at telling stories is by listening to and studying other people who are good at telling stories. And I always find that some of the best storytellers are not necessarily inside. Okay, Dave, no problem. You're going to be driving, so you can't interact. Cool, buddy. So some of the best people who tell stories are outside of our niche. They're lyricists like Bob Dylan, John Lennon, Elton John. You can name quite a lot of people. They get really good at telling stories. think about your favorite Hollywood movie. Might sound like a dumb question, but hey Starring, how are you? I see you just got on late, but we're talking about how country music can make you big fat commissions this morning. And really, the gist of this Periscope is about storytelling and how in particular to use storytelling in emails. But I'm just going to shoot out another question for Michelle, Curtis and Starwin. What is it that makes a Hollywood movie so powerful? Think about your favourite film this morning. What is it that makes that film so powerful? Let me know in the chat. What makes the film so powerful? And this is not a rocket science answer. It's not a rocket science answer, but I'm just making sure that you are listening this morning. Yeah, the storyline, exactly, Starwin, exactly. Not rocket science, right? It's the storyline. The best Hollywood movies Michelle says the storyline keeping you on the edge of your seat. Exactly. Suspense, the storyline, not knowing what's going to happen, all those good things, the plot. That's what gets us pulled in. And it's the same, with email marketing. If you want to be a good email marketer, I suggest you go watch a ton of movies, you go read a ton of people like Charles Dickens and other story writers, and you study how they write. You study how they write. You study how they open their books, how they open their chapters, and all those good things, because that's how you'll become a master at email marketing. And this isn't a skill that you can just apply to email marketing. You can apply it to videos, to Periscope, to YouTube videos, to blog posts, to Facebook posts, to Twitter. You can apply storytelling to everything. At the end of the day, your business will live or die, will survive or thrive through your power to tell stories. So that is how country music can make you rich. Seriously, this morning I spent 30 minutes as soon as I woke up listening to Bob Dylan and listening to some other bands like Counting Crows. I like listening to Johnny Cash because they're so deep with their lyrics, so powerful. They really pull you in. When they begin to share their lyrics, you can imagine what they're going through. You picture yourself in the story with them, and that's what a good email does. So this morning I wrote an email that said, lay across my big brass bed, which is of course a line, is the hook from Bob Dylan's song "Lay Lady Lay." And now what I want to do is make it very clear as to how you can adapt this principle into an email. You see, your favorite movie, right? Hollywood movie has 3 parts. It has an intro, it has a middle, and it has an end. Anybody ever seen the movie Homeward Bound? Let me know in the chat. Yes, I've seen that movie. You seen the movie Homeward Bound? Anybody? But all Hollywood movies work off the same formula I'm about to give you, and you can start using this in emails and Facebook posts and videos today. Who's seen the movie Homeward Bound? I might get a little teared up here. There's something about that movie that makes a grown man cry. Anyone seen the movie Homeward Bound, or Gladiator, or any of those films? The Green Mile, Shawshank Redemption. Anybody seen those movies? Pretty famous movies. Let me know in the chat if you have. But while you let me know, yeah, Starwin's saying cheers. Starwin's alive this morning. Starwin's alive. I know you're driving, Dave. But yeah, okay, so Homeward Bound, right? The story plot is this. At the beginning of the story, you're introduced to the main characters, which happen to be a family and their dog, right? Or their dogs, if I'm remembering correctly. Now, in the middle, what happens is this. The vast majority of the film tells you about how this dog gets lost and is struggling to find his way home. So about an hour and 10 minutes of the film revolve around the middle part, revolve around the pain, revolve around the suffering, revolve around the struggle that this dog is going through in order to find its way home. And then at the end of the movie, there's this happy ending where the dog is finally reunited with its owners and finds its way home. And all good films, if you study all good films, Star Wars, Homeward Bound, The Green Mile, well, The Green Mile kind of doesn't have an happy ending actually, because John Coffey ends up getting executed. That's like got a little bit of a twist. It's a sad ending, but most films revolve around this intro, short intro, really long middle that concentrates on pain and suffering, and an ending where there's a moral to the film plus a happy ending. In other words, when I say there's a moral, there's a hook, there's a takeaway, there's a life lesson that the watchers of the film can apply to their life, plus a happy ending. There's a feel-good factor to the film. This still making sense? Just double tap the screen. If this is making sense, just give me a double tap on the screen. So that's the formula you need to apply to really good emails. First of all, your email needs a catchy subject line. Now, if you want to find some places to get catchy subject lines, here's how I come up with catchy subject lines really quick. There are three ways I do it. Number one, go start a new email account. Go start a brand new email account and subscribe to some email marketers who are at the top of their game. So you can go subscribe to people like, oh man, I'm giving away some things here that I've only shared with some of my inner circle this morning. Now, I have never really shared this outside of my mastermind inner circle before, but you know, you can go subscribe to Ben Settle. You can go subscribe to Matt Fury, Dagan Smith. You could subscribe to myself, Diane Hockman. These are people who are really good at telling stories, and they're sending emails on basically a daily basis. And what I do is I subscribe to their list by setting up a new email account. I study the subject lines they use. I study their emails, and I don't copy. I never copy, because copying is breaking the law, and you don't learn anything. But I model my emails and subject lines off those guys. You know, I write down their subject lines. I have a big database of their subject lines, and every day I can just go into my database and model something I want to say for that day off something they said in a subject line. It's really, really simple. Some other secret sites I go to, if you're looking to get a great idea for a subject line really quickly, you can go to dig.com. Go to dig.com, digg.com, and type in any word that you want to write an email about, or that you're looking to create a subject line from. So you could type in income, or cash, or lead generation, or fruit, or health and wellness. And dig.com will give you tons and tons of ideas of subject lines you can model off. The topics and articles people have already written. My other favorite is menshealth.com. Go to menshealth.com and you will find a database of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of short little subject lines that you can adapt for your emails. Those are my go-tos every day. That's how I'm able to write 2 to 4 great email subject lines every single day. And by the way, in case you're wondering how often you should send emails, a lot of people will debate about this. Well, you're going to think I'm crazy. But from testing, and when I talk about testing, I've been sending emails every day solid for over 2 years, or approaching, over 2 years. I've sent at least one email. But from testing recently, you know something? I make more money by sending 3 to 4 emails per day. You might think, wow, that's insane. But think about it. Think about it. If you've got a favourite show on the TV, you become addicted to that show. You're desperate. You're dying for that next episode. And I get my subscribers so hooked on my emails that they don't mind me sending them 3 to 4 per day. Now, because I'm selling to them through telling edutainment stories, and by edutainment, that's a word I stole off Ben Settle. By edutainment, what I mean is this: I'm sending them emails that are educational based but entertaining. They lap those emails up. I have people who inbox me if I only email them once a day, they'll say, where are my other emails today? I'm waiting on my emails. Now, would you love it if your subscribers were messaging you and saying, hey, I'm waiting for your emails. I'm waiting for you to tell me the next entertaining, educational story. Wouldn't that be different than normally writing an email and having nobody open the email, having nobody buy from your email, having people complain? Would you love it if you could have your subscribers, waiting and hanging on to your every last word? While I'm giving you the secrets this morning to how you do that. It's real simple. So who wants some more knowledge? Who wants some more secrets this morning on email marketing? Or have you had enough? Because my voice is sore. I am a little bit short of time. But if you want a couple more secrets, say, yeah, give me some more secrets. This is good stuff. And I'll give you 1 or 2 more secrets before I get off. But I'm only going to do that if you let me know in the chat that you want some more secrets. If you don't want any more secrets, if you're bored, if you've had enough, then I'm going to wrap it up this morning. Okay, Curtis is saying, yeah. Somebody else is giving me some hearts right there. Looks like Dave. Cool. Yeah, more secrets. Okay, cool. So, a couple more secrets, right? I talked about Hollywood movies, and I talked about a little bit about some great places to go if you're looking for fast ways to write really powerful subject lines. So, you can listen to songs, go to dig.com, go to men'shealth.com, subscribe to all different kinds of email marketers who are on the top of their game. Keep a database of their email subject lines, keep a database of their emails and study them and model them. Now, I mentioned movies briefly, right? But this is really what you want to do. This is how you get real good at writing those emails. You have to break your life down into an actual Hollywood movie. You have to pretend every day that you're living in a Hollywood movie. You see, in 2015, people are moving so quickly that sometimes they miss the detail. And as the saying goes, the devil really is in the detail. If you're so busy going about your life that you're too busy to notice your surroundings, then you'll never get good at storytelling or email marketing. So what you need to do is you need to slow down in your life and you need to begin to notice your surroundings. Let me give you an example. This morning, I'm sat by the ocean. It's warm. I can hear the crystal clear waves lapping in the distance, right? Now, already as I'm sitting here, I'm noticing my surroundings and I'm making mental notes. But not only am I making mental notes, when I get off the show, I will make physical notes. So something you want to do is, if you want to get good at storytelling, you want to carry a notepad around with you or a journal or at least a phone where you can make a record of things that happen in your day, significant things. For example, you might be walking around and you might hear the sound of a child laughing, and that might trigger, that one moment, that one encounter that day might trigger a really good email off in your head. I'll give you an example of a good email that you can write off that. If I heard a child laughing today, I'll probably write an email, and the hook of the email would be, in 2015, life, we become so technologically advanced. All this technology that's supposed to make us happier is actually making the majority of the world more sad. There are more people in 2015 depressed and down in the dumps and stressed out about life. And, we need to take it back to the simplicity of a child. We need to take it back to, being happy, just like a carefree child. You can write an email based off any one little thing and spin it into a great, entertaining marketing lesson. So simple. But you got to slow down, you got to make notes, take photos of your surroundings, and record what's going on in life. You could hear a bird singing in a tree and come up with a great email from that. You could be at work and your boss could piss you off, and you could spin that into a really great email. Anything and everything can be spun into a great story. You just got to imagine yourself as a character in a never-ending movie. And in that movie, you need a beginning, you need a middle, and you need an end. At the beginning, you need to introduce the characters of your movie very briefly. You need to let your viewers, let your subscribers know who these characters are. In the middle, you want to primarily concentrate on the pain, because pain is a bigger motivator for people than pleasurers. That's just the way it works. So in the movie, in your email, you want to concentrate on the pain. So if your bosses pissed you off that day, you want to concentrate on, you can understand how much it sucks to be stuck in an office cubicle, working for a boss you don't like, socializing with people you would never socialize with outside of work. Really sucks. Concentrate on the pain of that in the middle of your email, but in the end, give a life lesson, give the solution, show your prospects, show your video viewers, your Periscope viewers what the way out is, followed by a link. Let me know in the chat this morning if this is still making sense. Say makes perfect sense, and double tap the screen if you're getting a lot of value from what I just shared. I'm going to give my voice a little rest while you do that. Okay, waiting for those comments to come in. Okay, Michelle saying makes sense, tapping the screen. Makes perfect sense, awesome. Okay, well what I want to do, right, for the last couple of minutes, we got Dave on. I know you're driving, Dave. We got Michelle on, Curtis and Starwin. I want to give you at least an opportunity to ask me one question about email marketing, or if you've got a question about something else this morning, I want to open it up just for a minute or two. Ask me any one question you've got about business, whether it's generating more leads, getting more traffic, getting more sales, or whether it's something I spoke about on the show. Feel free right now to fire away one question to me, and I'll take the time to answer it before I jump off the show and run to the store this morning, because I didn't really want to make this morning a long one. I just wanted to hit you real quick with some value, and then I got to run to the store. So fire away with your question real quick. I'm just going to give you like a minute max to answer the question. If I don't get any question in the chat, then I'm just going to call time this morning. I'm not going to take it personal. I'm not going to go cry. Who's my solo ad provider? Well, you're in the virtual profit system, Curtis, so you already know who my solo ad provider is. You need to keep your eyes and ears open, my friend. But for those of you who don't know, I will share again. My number one solo ad provider right now is a guy called Peter Fan Yin. Now, crazy thing is, if you go and you sign up for the virtual profit system, which you can do at 123incomemachine.com, you will actually get a cheaper deal by being a member of the virtual profit system than you will anywhere else. Peter Fan Yin gives our members the cheapest deal. You can go to his website and check that out. You will not get a cheaper deal with Peter Fan Yin than you will inside of the virtual profit system. Me and Peter are great friends. Just to give you some facts on Peter, he used his traffic in the last 30 days alone to generate $6,500 worth of income inside of the virtual profit system. He made just over 3k profit on that. So his traffic's awesome, works well with the virtual profit system and the high ticket vacation club we promote on the back end. So hope that answers that question, Curtis. Michelle, Starwin, Dave, I know you're driving. You got just one question for me before call time on this. I'm literally going to do a slow count to 20, and then if there's no questions, I'm going to give my voice a rest and press the stop broadcast button. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. You can keep pressing the heart so you got no questions. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, last chance, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Well, okay, guys, if that's it with all the questions, I just want to say appreciate you tuning in today. Wasn't overly structured. I just wanted to keep this, relaxed this morning, shoot some ideas off the top of my head. But remember, Go start listening to a ton of country music. In fact, go start listening to all kinds of great lyricists. Subscribe to those top email marketers lists. Create a separate email account for that. And more than anything, get out there and enjoy life. Record everything that's going on in your life and then share that with your viewers on Periscope. Share that with your email subscribers with a marketing twist at the end, with a life lesson. That's how I'm able to get 2 to 4 sales per email some days. Crazy, right? Crazy, right? And that's the power of email marketing and storytelling. You will never ever learn a more powerful skill than mastering the art of storytelling. And on that note, I will catch you tomorrow on the Self-Made Wealth Show, live from Exuma, Bahamas. See you on the next episode.